everybody. Mark here, and I'm from Lift by Medialight. And welcome to our podcast today. I am so excited to kick this off because we have two very special friends that we have, and we're going to have a conversation with. Just a background, we've met them because they have escaped uh, the war that is happening in their country. They come from a country that's currently going through some civil war and a lot of violence, a lot of military actions, a lot of bombings, and oppression. But they were able to escape, and now they are refugee students. They have gotten to attend one of our Lift Weekly meetings, and that's how we got to know them. Just a little background, if it's okay, I'll tell the story. Um, we met Amaris because the first time she came to us and attended Lift Weekly, she was brought by her boyfriend. A week after, she got brokenhearted. but she kept coming to Lift Weekly. It seems that she's enjoying it. And several weeks after that, she has found the person that has brought healing to her broken heart. And then we have met Asher, of course. We're so very happy to meet him. And from then on, I think it would have been what now? 5 6 months
Yeah.
since we first met, since you first attended Lift Weekly, and then not only Lift Weekly, but you guys also joined us in a youth camp, a recent youth camp that we just did, and that was really fun. So today we're just going to have a conversation with them about their experience with Lift Weekly, and so far how it has impacted them. So my first question would be, um, one of the things that I noticed with you guys is when you started attending Lift Weekly, our youth gathering here in Media Light, you never stopped coming. Same thing with Asher. The first time he came, week after week after week, you just keep coming back and keep attending. Why is that? What keeps you coming back?
I enjoy being friends like from both Mephalong and from Roja Park as well.
Uh-huh.
And I just love hanging out here and doing the things like Jesus Quest
Yeah.
like that. So I don't know, something in me changes me. So I just love here.
Yeah.
That's all.
How about you, Asher? What keeps you coming back?
Mine will be similar to Emirates, but it's like I can, how to say, voice my own opinions, thoughts on complicated matters. So whatever you bring on the topic, it really keeps me thinking and it helped me find my true self.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's really awesome. That's the first time I heard a feedback like that. What keeps it like? You said earlier that like you like the fun. What makes it fun for you?
Basically hanging out with friends.
Okay.
Like if I bring friends, like we got prizes.
Yeah.
That's it. But I only bring him for now
Yeah.
because I invited some of my friends, but they couldn't join.
Yeah.
They couldn't join, so just that. But having more friends is just fun.
So aside from having Asher now in your life, do you feel like do you is that how you feel? Like you feel like your tribe has become wider
Yeah, of
because
course,
of Lift Weekly? You know more people and you're friends with more people. Is that how you feel?
definitely.
Yeah. How important is community for somebody like you guys? Because you know, obviously, if if the situation is perfect, you'd rather be with your family, back in your country and studying there. But you had to escape that situation and be here, right? Um, how important is community for you guys?
For me, like I would say, it's pretty important because
Yeah.
when we are in a foreign country, when I first started, say, come to Thailand and just started, say, living in the university, it was very isolated. it was very hard for me to communicate whenever I want to eat something, buy something.
Yeah.
And so community is very important because like it give me a sense of place, someone I can belong to, somebody I can speak in my own mother's tongue.
So how about you, Amaris? How important is community for you?
Well, as I live alone, all I need is somebody to talk to. So the community is my answer, which means community is really important for me right now.
I remember the weeks, like right after you got brokenhearted. I remember every time you come to Lift Wiki, it's like, I'm so happy I'm here. You know, there was one time you came to me and then you said, P Mark, you don't know what Lift Weekly is for me. Like it's really helped me a lot. Like survive these days, you know.
Of course.
I remember I remember how difficult it was for you, but things are better now, right?
Yes.
When did you arrive here?
First week of August.
First week of August last year.
Yes, last year.
I see. All right. So how about you? How when did you arrive?
Last February.
February of last year.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So can you give us an idea for students like you who took refuge, right? You had to escape the war in your country. Now you're in a foreign land, and you have to now establish a life alone.
Yeah.
What were the challenges? What were the difficulties that you had to go through and overcome as a young person coming to a foreign country with people you don't know, and a university that you're not
Yeah.
familiar with, but you had to establish your life now here. So what were the difficulties?
For me, since I came way before the university started, I had to go to a lot of travel to renew my visa again and again. To the
Also,
point-
you did not enroll as a student when you
No,
have
I
come.
came here
Okay.
as a visitor.
I
Visit
see.
visa.
Okay.
So in fact, I have to even go all the way to another country called Laos, make
Okay.
my student visa there, and come back here.
I see. I'm glad that you found your way, right? Aside from visa and documentations and all that, what other difficulties did you had to, like overcome when you had to establish your life here?
I would say language barrier.
Language, yeah.
Yeah.
But you said earlier in the ride coming here
Yeah.
that you have, gone to learn some Thai, and now you have a level of understanding already, right?
Yes.
That's great. Good for you. How about you, Asher? What other difficulties did you have to overcome?
It will be how I manage my money.
Uh-huh.
Since before coming here, I just live with my mother, so all the money, all the finance were handled by them, right?
Mhm.
But when we come here, it was like I have to handle what we eat,
Yeah.
where we stay, and what other daily necessary are we gonna use, and
Yeah.
is it gonna be within the budget?
So
It's a-
there was a CFO in your life,
Yeah.
Chief Finance Officer, doing the job for you.
Yeah.
But when you came here, now you have to be the CFO. You
Yeah.
have to manage your own money,
Yeah.
right? And not to mention, because of the situation in your country, the currency, right? The value of your currency is so very low now.
Yeah, it is.
So now it's extra difficult, as
It
a
is.
student, because now you really have to budget, like, okay, how much am I going to spend on food, and stuff like that.
it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I don't know about other people, but for when me and my friend, we keep using a lot more than we planned for, because like it's a new currency in Myanmar for just a set of food we are gonna eat. We know how much it's gonna cost, and we know if it is adequate or not. Like, is the money high, a lot or not? But
Yeah.
here, like, one dish is 40 baht. Is it a lot? Is it not? Can we eat that?
Because here in Thailand, 40 baht is not a
It's
lot.
not a lot.
But if you're gonna convert it
Yeah,
to
it
your
is.
currency
Double
that
the
is
price.
suffering inflation right now, it is a lot.
It is a lot, double the price.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we keep facing the issue.
Correct. Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Of course, I still don't dare to.
Yeah,
to my
never
currency.
convert.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Or you will lose your mind, no?
Yeah.
Never convert. Never do that. Yeah. So I get how difficult it is for kids like you, in this situation. What is the value though? I would like to know. Let's get into that conversation now. What is the value of finding Lift Weekly, and this is like a weekly thing that you go to. In Lift Weekly, we gather young people, and it becomes a safe space for them. We operate like a family. We eat together. We make conversations over good food, but we also talk about the teachings of Jesus. What's the value of that in terms of how has it helped you? You think from the time that you came, if you're gonna reflect on it, how has it helped you so far?
I think I would say that it's helped me become a much better person.
Mm-hmm.
How to manage my emotions, how to set my relationships straight,
Yeah,
how I should, be kind to everyone.
yeah,
So it's basically taught me how to be a better person by coming to Live Weekly.
yeah. And that's the thing about the teachings of Jesus too, is if you apply it in your life, you realize it's not this religious thing. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so many religious things that we can get into, but it stays in that bracket. It's a
Yeah.
religious thing. But with the teachings of Jesus, when you live it out, it actually changes your life in a very practical way. As you said, you have become a better person,
Yeah.
right? And that's the thing, right? You live it out, and then it affects your life in this positive way. You see changes in your life. How about you, Amaris? Like, what is the value of coming to Lift Weekly on every week and experiencing what we share together on a weekly basis? If you reflect on it, how has it helped you so far?
Well, before coming to Live, I didn't believe what miracle is.
Yeah.
But after that, I know how to forgive people, even though what they have done to me, like I have suffered a lot, but I learned how to look from their point of view,
Uh-huh.
and I learned how to forgive them. Yeah, not to mention, but I talked to that,
Not to mention this person.
that person, and we became friends again.
Oh, wow. Good for you. Come on. Wow. That is awesome.
Yeah,
I'm so happy for you.
both of them.
Is that the miracle you're talking about? That
Yes.
you learned how to forgive. That's
Yeah.
your miracle.
Yeah.
Forgiveness was difficult for you before?
Well,
It's a
I would
struggle
say,
for you
yeah,
to
it's
do?
a struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could forgive people, but couldn't forget what they have done to me. But
Uh-huh.
after I know how to forgive people truly, like I have completely forget what they have done to me and forgive all of the things that getting hard on me.
Yeah. That's awesome. I remember we had this one session together, and the video was talking about how forgiveness is like, you've got these things, heavy things, and you go to this river and you just let it go. Let the river carry it, and there's a natural flow of that river, and if you just let it go, it will take it away from you, and so now it has no power over you. Is that how you feel? Like it has no power over you anymore? Is that
Yeah.
how you feel? That's great. Yeah.
It's not hurting me anymore.
Yeah, that's awesome. Now, I know for a fact that before coming to Lift Weekly, you consider yourself a Buddhist, and
Yes.
we respect that, right? And you also are from a Buddhist background, but also half atheist. I don't know how that works, but I'm trying to reconcile that in my head. Like, how can you be a Buddhist? Well, I guess you can. Here's the proof, everybody. So, but how is it affecting you now? Because in Lift Weekly, we talk about Jesus, and the teachings of Jesus. How has that changed the way you think of things or the way you see your life? I'm very interested to know.
Well, in Buddhism, there's not much difference with uh, Jesus Christ things. Like
Okay.
we have to forgive people,
Yeah.
like that. Just that, But the karma thing always reflecting me like they have done this to you, so they would suffer that. It's always getting on my mind.
I
But
see.
after I learned about Jesus Christ to forgive people,
Yeah.
um, what if they don't get that karma thing? Was it really necessary? I think like that. And
Like, what
okay,
do you mean to say? Like, it doesn't matter
yeah,
anymore
it doesn't matter anymore.
for you. What
Yes,
matters is that you were able to forgive the person.
yes,
Whether the person gets the karma or not,
yeah, yeah,
it doesn't matter.
yeah. It doesn't matter
Like, you're
anymore.
not looking for the person to actually get the karma that he deserves, right?
I
It
was
doesn't
just
matter for you
wondering.
anymore.
Yeah,
I see. I see. So that's one of the changes that happened to you.
yeah. But back then, I was wondering if that karma would come back or not for them. Like, but now, okay, it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, 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 yeah. What matters is that you were able to forgive. Yeah,
Yes,
because the person you release when you forgive is yourself, not the person who inflicted pain on you, right? You release yourself to freedom, right? That's the greatest gift of forgiving through Jesus, right? How about you, sir? Uh, Buddhist background, but also a
Yes.
declared atheist. How is this all affecting you?
Like my family, my household isn't really that strict on religion
Okay.
because uh, like Emily said before, and I had said before, like Buddhism and the way Jesus taught isn't much different in rules and regulations.
Yeah.
Not going to technically, it's just like forgive everyone, be free, be wish to do whatever you want. This kind
Mhm.
of stuff. But in Buddhism, it's like if you do something, it will have an effect. So this thing called karma, I believe in that karma, because like if I do good thing, I might get good result. I might not, but it shouldn't stop me from doing good thing. Those kind of stuff. So with Jesus, with live and Jesus Christ, like it's giving me more perspective, more time to think on, am I doing the right thing? Should I be more? Should I be a better person? How should I go on? Yeah, those kind of stuff. Like it's like, am I really a good person? I'm not really do on that. I'm not really care if I'm a seen as a good person or not. But am I doing the right thing? It's just
Mm.
with Jesus Christ, like you said before, like forgive people because you have to forgive yourself,
Mhm.
and like be minimalistic. Do not crave for things because you will naturally get it if you are supposed to get it.
Mhm.
So it's like I don't know. It's like I'm empty. I'm just sort of empty, and I'm just sort of, am I doing the right thing? Am I not? And my parents really didn't really do on me that because I was taught karma, how karmas work.
Correct.
So with
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, it's like, yeah, I should be a better person because karma might come.
Mhm.
So be a good person. What's the use of life if you're trying to make everyone else life harder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You mentioned about this emptiness, like you're empty.
Yeah.
Do you kind of feel like do you consider like Jesus' teachings kind of filling that emptiness?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It's like it's giving me guys. It's giving me how I should do sort of stuff.
Correct. Yeah. What I get from what you said just now is if before you're thinking I need to do the right thing because of the karma.
Yeah.
Like I'm doing this so that good will come out of it
Yep.
for me.
Mm.
But now you're just focused on am I doing the right thing?
Yeah.
Whether there's a good return or a bad return, it doesn't matter as
Doesn't
long
matter.
as am I doing the right thing?
Yep.
That's what I'm getting out of what you said. Am I
Yeah.
saying it correctly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sort of.
Yeah, yeah. All right. I just wanted to make sure I understood. Okay. Yeah. How about you, Maris?
Well, as a Buddhist, I feel guilty about having Christian things like, am I doing it right or wrong? I feel
Okay.
confused about that.
Yeah.
But what I truly knew after coming to live is like, not religion is strict. You just have to believe.
Uh-huh.
Just only the belief. How can I say this? Belief is the only thing that leads us to overcome things.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So, okay, what's the matter? Being a Buddhist or Christian? What if I believe both of the religions? It doesn't really matter, right?
I'm interested. Can I ask more about
Yes.
what you just said? Because you said being coming from a Buddhist background, you feel guilty
Yes.
sometimes.
Yes.
You like because every week you come to Lift Weekly, and it's all these Christian, things, right?
Yes.
Because that's the only thing we do in Lift Weekly, really, is to talk about Jesus and talk about what Jesus has taught us, and then challenge young people like you guys. Hey, live it out, live out the teachings of Jesus. That's the only thing we do in Lift Weekly. We talk about Jesus and we challenge young people, right, to live it
Yes.
out, right? So you said sometimes coming from a Buddhist background, you feel guilty with all these Christian now inclusion that's happening in your life, right? I'm curious, how do you deal with that? Like, how do you deal with that feeling of guilt?
Well, I talk about this with my friend,
Uh-huh.
and she say she feel the same too.
Okay.
As our conversation go on, why do we still feel guilty about that? Religion is just the belief.
Uh-huh.
All right. Jesus also teach us to forgive, for example, forgive and how to live life.
Yes.
And also uh, Buddha show us to live the life.
Uh-huh.
It's almost the same.
Yeah.
So what is it? We just need some, how can I say, some kind of booster, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe Jesus Christ is just a booster to live life, not really religions for me.
Uh-huh. Jesus or Christianity, if I'm gonna put like a general term for it, is not religion. It's because I can relate to that statement that, you know, Christianity is not a religion. Because for me, it is not a religion. My being a Christian basically it's me being a follower of Jesus. So I'm not really into it for the religion. I'm into it because of the person, the person of Jesus. And for me, it's a relationship. It's not a religion, it's a relationship. Like Jesus loves me. I know that, and I love him back. And we have an ongoing love relationship. So every day of my life, I walk with him, and I live out my life in such a way that it follows what he has taught, and I could see that it changes my life. It has brought my life into a place where I know love, I know joy, I know peace. I know how it feels to have a heart that is overflowing with love, joy, peace, hope. Because of my relationship with Jesus, I've experienced kindness. Because He has been kind to me. So to me, I'm into it not because of the religion, but because of the person. So for me, it's more like a relationship, right? So I can relate to what you're saying in that regard, right? Does that mean anything to you? Like what I just said now, after hearing so many teachings in our Lift Weekly gatherings, and then also your experience, your experience in camp. What I just said about this is not religion for me. This is really more of a relationship with a person. It's a love relationship with a person. Does that mean anything to you, or How do you relate to that, to those statements?
I relate that religion is not the thing, but belief is. For me, it's
Yeah.
really I don't really know about the relationship with Jesus yet,
Yeah.
but the belief, the belief Live
You're,
Weekly has brought to me.
because of Lift Weekly or you coming to the gatherings, it has brought you to believe.
Yes.
And that's really the first step, you know? That's really the first step. That's what it is. Because I used to not believe. Like, who cares? Like, who cares about this Jesus? You know, like, I don't know him. I used to not believe, to be honest. I used to not care, really. And I grew up in a Christian family. I grew up with a Christian mom and a Christian dad, you know, a Christian sister, you know. But I used to not care for it. You know, like, we would go to church, and like during worship time, I would stand up and mock the, you know, like I would go, ooh, you know, like I was a kid, you know, I was stupid. I did not care, you know, until I approached it differently. There were situations in my life that forced me to now approach it in a different way, and I I approach it seriously now, and I saw something, you know, and I did not see religion. I saw a person, you know. That's what happened to me, right? But for you, what you're saying is it has brought it has brought belief, right? In other words, if I put another word for it, like faith, it has brought faith for you, or belief, the ability to believe, right? That's great. That's fantastic. Yeah. So with this belief now, that you have or is developing in your life, how is it, like, what's the value of it now in your life? What does it bring to your life? Do you feel much more hopeful? Do you feel stronger as a person? Do you feel you have a better perspective on things? Like, now that that you're developing this belief that you're talking about, how is this affecting your life now?
Better perspective, of course.
Okay.
I know how to look from both of the sides.
Uh-huh.
As I mentioned before,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I know how to forgive people. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's the true value I learned from here.
Yes, yeah. Yeah. And I saw that. We saw how you were struggling, and then you were all of a sudden this joyful person. You know, we saw the change, you know, and that's something that we're really thankful for and grateful that you have that experience. Yeah. How about you, Asher? Like, what has it brought to your life? This whole experience that you're having in Lift Weekly and our weekly gatherings, and even in the camp, what has it brought to your life?
For me, it make me a better person, like I
Mm-hmm.
said before, because like as a Burmese, I felt empty because it's literally what our religion is. Do not feel anything and to let go everything, but
Be
with
empty.
be empty.
Yeah.
But with Jesus and with his beliefs, like it's like it giving me guidelines how to be better.
Mm.
Guide what I should do to make people's life happier or
Yeah.
better. How can I help them? So by coming to Live Weekly, I know it makes me a much better person than I was before coming here.
Yeah. So, hey guys, thank you for having this conversation with us, and because we're really curious about your journey, you know, what's going on with you from the time you first came to us, and how you are now, and how you guys are doing. So this is really valuable to us, and we're so very happy that you're experiencing what you're experiencing, and all of that. You know, we're hoping that it's good for you, right? That really is our prayer, and that it's propelling you forward and allowing you to win in life. You know, because that's my personal experience with my relationship with Jesus, is that He has brought me from one place of victory to another, to another, to another. But more so, we're also grateful for this conversation, because there are a lot of young people who are watching us right now who are also going through that journey. They're coming from this particular background in terms of faith, but they're getting to know Jesus and they're having this experience, and so I bet that, as they have watched this and heard you, they're encouraged, that, to keep going in their journey with the Lord, in their journey with Jesus. So thank you so much, guys, for giving us the time and the privilege of having this conversation with you. We're so very, very, very happy.